When everyone was celebrating New Year, the brother of the 32-year-old walked into the police station to register the complaint of his missing brother. Little did we knew about the horrific incident that took place on 1st January. The doctors performing the post-mortem reported that did not see such a case in 12 years. Heart ripped out, a broken neck, 4 pieces of liver, 5 broken ribs, 15 fractures to the head. What did Mukesh do that resulted in such a shocking crime? His duty as a journalist.
Chhattisgarh has sent shockwaves across the country.
आपको बड़ी खबर बता दें,
Reporters Without Borders, an organization based in France, mentions in their report that every year 3 or 4 journalists are killed in India, putting the work of journalists under threat. The story of Mukesh Chandrakar and criticism of India's press freedom demands a closer investigation. Whether such cases are rare incidents or part of a larger pattern emerging in India. 128 India's rank in 2003 and 159 India's rank in 2024 in the Press Freedom Index prepared by Reporters Without Borders. India has seen a sharp decline in Press Freedom Index over the years. Some call for serious thinking over our press freedom, while critics and government reject this report as biased and wrong. If a fake democracy like Pakistan ranks better than the world's largest democracy, then on what basis are these reports prepared? Definitely, there are many questions in your mind right now. But let's first understand the case of Mukesh Chandrakar. Born in Basaguda village of Chhattisgarh, his life was difficult. He lost his father when he was a child. Due to Naxal uprising, it was a sensitive region. Armed conflicts were common. Due to the situation, they had to take shelter in a government facility. Her mother was an Anganwadi worker. Due to the poor circumstances, he was sent to Dantewada to complete his studies, where he sold mahua liquor and also worked as a bike mechanic to meet his needs. To add to his pain, her mother also died in 2030 due to cancer. In the same year, he got to know about journalism and started his career. According to Mangal Kunjam, a journalist from Bastar, there are 4 groups of journalists working in the region: journalist per profession, part-time journalist, stranger and news agents, and guest reporters. Mukesh Chandrakar was a stranger and a news agent. A stranger is simply a freelance journalist. He helped outstation journalists to cover news from the region and even helped journalists who wanted to explore the region and cover issues. Journalism is poorly paid in Bastar region. Sometimes he did not even have the money to refuel his bike. It was a pure passion for journalism. Mukesh also played an important role in the release of CRPF commando Rakeshwar Singh Manas from Naxals. During an operation in the Bastar region, Rakeshwar Singh was captured. The team formed for mediation also involved Mukesh, which led to his successful release. In the year 2016, he shifted to Bijapur. He covered news of poor governance, mistaken killing of civilians, frauds happening in the region, facing pressure from both the government and the Naxals. When he started his YouTube channel, Bastar Junction in 2021, things started to change. He got a platform and audience to support his work, seen covering issues of local and even visiting Maoist camps. Financially, he got better, earning on an average of 20,000 rupees per month. On one such day of his reporting, he pointed out alleged corruption in a road project. The cost of the project was Rs 56 crore, which later climbed to 120 crore rupees. The contractor was Suresh Chandrakar, an influential man with political connections. Mukesh helped NDTV publish report about the alleged road corruption where Suresh Chandrakar was the contractor. Suresh Chandrakar was angry with Mukesh for exposing the poor road construction, which also led to inquiry on his other 2 road projects and led to GST raids, which led to a fine of Rs 20 lakh. Angry with Mukesh, Suresh Chandrakar arranged a meeting with Mukesh at his home, where he threatened Mukesh from reporting anything further on the matter. Suresh Chandrakar's anger came to an end with the brutal killing of Mukesh Chandrakar.
जो हो रहा है अपने सामने, जो जर्नलिज्म की हत्या हो रही है हमारे देश में, उसके लिए बोलना तो बनता है, जरूरी है.
Charge sheet submitted by Bijapur police mentions 4 accused: Ritesh Chandrakar and Mahendra Ram Teke. The 2 accused hit Mukesh with an iron rod that led to his death. Then they placed the body in the septic tank and shut it. Ritesh told Dinesh, another accused in the case, to cement the septic tank with another layer of cement to destroy the evidence. Suresh Chandrakar was the mastermind behind this plan. Mukesh Chandrakar, the elder brother of Mukesh, filed a missing person complaint on 1st January. Police, while searching the property of Suresh Chandrakar, didn't find anything, but raised doubts over the freshly cemented slab. Upon investigating the septic tank, they found a body. The body was later identified through a tattoo on his hand. The body was of Mukesh Chandrakar. So, the question arises, why do we need to worry? How does it impact our lives? Government announced strict action and a monetary compensation of Rs 10 lakh. But does it even matter? Reporters Without Borders puts Indian press freedom in the last category of its ranking as very serious situation. But do these rankings have an impact? Government rejects this ranking and calls for a more transparent and accurate data. Let's try to understand why this Press Freedom Index is important and what it tells about the press freedom of our country. Reporters Without Borders has a consultative status at the United Nations. Poor rankings can damage country's image and affect economic performance. The agency ranks country based on 5 indicators on a scale of 0 to 100. Political context, legal framework, economic context, socio-cultural context, and last, safety. Economic indicator measures the financial independence of a media house or a journalist. Legal framework measures the laws related to press freedom. Safety indicator measures the physical safety of journalists. Social indicator measures the public opinion and trust towards journalists. And finally, the political indicator measures the government influence and political interference. So, the question arises, why countries like Pakistan and Afghanistan are outperforming countries like India on this index? They definitely have a poor governance record than India. When asked about this, RSF said that the rankings don't judge the political system of the country, but the situation in 180 countries based on the analysis of 5 indicators. Daniel Bustard, the agency's Asia Pacific director, tells a news outlet, since he came to power, Narendra Modi has considered journalists as mere middlemen, polluting his relationship with his devotees. Niti Aayog, the think tank of Government of India, criticizes the RSF index. Niti Aayog observes that RSF has small number of respondents, which leads to highly subjective rankings. 150 individuals and 18 NGOs to measure the press freedom in 180 countries. It also points the lack of transparency in their methodology. It points out that the category-wise or the quotient-wise score used to compute the overall rankings are not made public. It also raises concerns over biased quotient in the RSF questionnaire. For example, a no to the question, does media report the negative side of government policies, might be due to political biases rather than lack of freedom. However, according to an email sent by news outlet News Laundry to RSF tells a different story. They replied that the claims by government are made up and that the number of respondents for each country is 10 and no NGO is a respondent, contradicting the claim made by Niti Aayog. Another report prepared by Sanjeev Sanyal and Akansha Arora, members of Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister of India, in the report criticized the method for preparing the rankings and call for transparency. Definitely, there are criticism to these rankings, but we cannot ignore the fact that press is the 4th pillar of democracy, and acceptance of a problem is the first step towards a solution. Press freedom is definitely not a great state today. What we need is a media that works independently, raises citizens' concern, and act as a watchdog. If you want to know more about this topic, then I have listed the sources used in this video in the video description. Till then, take care, subscribe this channel, and support my work. Thank you.